Today's video, we're talking about the best New Year's resolution for plein air painters and artists. At the end of the year, we all do it. We take stock of everything happening in our lives and we start to think about our momentum moving forward and ways that we want to grow. New Year's resolutions. This video is all about how you can keep your art battery charged up and you can be excited about your painting and you can create more of those good paintings that reflect who you are as a painter. Have you ever noticed that when you're happy, everything is paintable and everything is fun? When you're happy, you take risks in your painting. You joke with yourself. Nothing is absolute. You give yourself some breathing room to make mistakes, respond to them, maybe scrape that area off of the panel and restate it. The New Year's resolution that we need to adopt if we're going to make our best paintings is to approach every painting from a place of gratitude. And this video is really aimed at painters and people who are trying to be habitually creative. There's some challenges that come with it. It's not always easy to be a creative person. You have a creative battery, you can wear that down. Taking this New Year's resolution of practicing gratitude, you naturally will recharge your creative batteries. If you are constantly feeling grateful for the last painting that you did, for the last painting that you sold, it's just gonna carry you through and help you to do more of it. And I think that for a lot of us, that's what we're hoping to do, is to do more of it. Sometimes there's so much going on in our lives that we forget to take a moment for gratitude. And sometimes the bad experiences can just stack up, and when we're approaching painting from that sort of a mindset, we're not really in a place to do our best work. But when the good moments stack up, that's when we can do our best painting. In the morning, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I went outside and I brushed Corbin's car off and I started her car so that she would have a nice warm car to get into for her ride to work. While I was doing it, even though it was freezing outside, I was feeling such gratitude for Corbin. Whenever I need to feel gratitude, I don't need to even think any further than just think of Corbin. Another way to feel gratitude is just for this. Taking my morning walk with the dog. It's a 4¼ mile walk from my house around the block out here in the country. Even though it's cold outside, I get the blood pumping. I start to feel warm and I start to notice and experience things, because that's what ends up on the canvas. When I'm warmed up and I'm feeling good and I'm coming back in from a walk, it's the perfect time to start painting. When you're being grateful to the landscape for the beauty that it's showing you, you're being grateful to yourself and you're showing yourself love. When you're in a moment where you really feel good, you can just kind of exist and be yourself. And that's who we all want to be as painters. We just want to be ourselves on the canvas. We don't want to have to feel like we have to tighten up and be rigid. Through gratitude, you can be the you that is the most you. So we're nearing the end of the video, and I wanted to share with you the #1 way that I know of to create better paintings and the #1 way that I know of to practice gratitude. The next time you're feeling something challenging happening in your painting or in your life, just think to yourself, this is good because, and then fill it in. And during those moments where the easel blows over and nothing is working out for you, the moment that you say to yourself, this is good, because you open up a whole new world of creative power. I was skateboarding in late November with my friend Eric, and I tweaked my knee a little bit. And a couple days later, I fell really hard on my hip, and I just felt like the whole left side of my body had taken a beating. And it turned out to be a good thing, because I obviously couldn't skateboard because my whole left side of my body wasn't functioning properly. I went to Menards and bought a bunch of plywood, and I built a new skateboard ramp. Now it's snow is everywhere, so I have a really fun and intriguing and new place to skateboard because of that situation happening. The other day it was so cold, and I was painting sitting in the driver's seat of my car, and I ended up not having very good shapes in my painting. It was a bunch of small shapes. I know that the paintings that I like to make are kind of deal with large shapes on the canvas that have a lot of impact. And on that day, I was painting a view of Grady's Foundries with the sun setting behind it. And the smokestacks were just kind of small on the canvas. So it wasn't exactly what I had liked in that situation. It was good because now I know that for the next one, I just have to return to my fundamentals, and I just have to return to my own personal vision. I know what not to do, and I know that the larger the shapes, the more paintable they are, and the better experience I'm gonna have. And that's so much of the plein air experience, is building on the trials of yesterday and keeping a good attitude about it. Just by having this one resolution of gratitude, it kind of is my one-stop shop for New Year's resolutions. And all the other resolutions kind of will fill in around this one big one. The thing that I'm not gonna do with New Year's resolutions is to think to myself, I'm gonna try and get into 2 new galleries this year, or I'm gonna be in 4 group shows, or I'm gonna try and get 300 paintings completed. Nothing like that. If I approach every day with inspiration that stems from that state of gratitude, all those things that are going to happen are just gonna happen. And even more than that, the things that are supposed to happen are gonna happen. People are gonna see the joy and inspiration that I bring into my paintings, and they're gonna want a piece of that too. And they're gonna meet me where I'm at. And that's when things are going to happen that are supposed to happen. The more that we can approach things from inspired gratitude, the more the right things are gonna happen. Not the things that we think we're supposed to do, but just everything is gonna work out. Everything's gonna be good. I wish you well in the new year. I wish you well with your painting and your artwork. Stick right here on my YouTube channel, and we'll stick together and we'll keep it going. I just wanna say, I'm grateful that you're here. Happy New Year.